works for you, right? And not everyone's range of motion is going to be the same. So we won't be perfectly in, but we'll be in. Okay, so then a really great one is just walking out and then opening like the chest. So chest opener in between clients, just stepping out. You came out of your room, you have 5-10 minutes, and you get to open your chest. Yep. I have a client that, Bridget, she's going to be on my website in a testimonial video. And she puts this in her office doors and literally gets up and does this like a few times a day. But she also is the one that
Your
has.
husband should do this.
I tell him to take it to work. Take one of these to work. I have extra for like classes. I wanted to teach classes in the park and stuff. Plus at Windcrest, I'm about to start teaching over there.
Nice.
I mean, I don't want to, but one of my instructors is going to.
Yeah,
but I am getting Michelle, yeah. But I'm getting her in there, so I kind of have to start the whole process, you know.
Got it. Yeah, I told your husband to set timers too. He goes, I do that. I just turn them off.
Yeah, he does. He's not kidding. I've made him set timers for years, Lee. He's not joking. He just turns them off and ignores them.
I go,
he's so busy, but I keep telling him, you can be so busy right now, and then you're not going to have quality of life later. And I'm not going to wait for you. I'm going to go travel by myself.
You're like, I'll take my friends with me.
I'll take my mom until she's gone. I'll take my sister, my friends, and we're going to be gone. Like, bye. I may not be able to drive the RV, but I will be going.
I said the same thing to her. Well, I didn't say that, but I was like, I said, you can choose to pay attention to your body and what you need, or
it's going to break down. You're
not going to have a functioning body.
That's right. Yep. So any of these open and closed chest exercises, just soft elbows, because we like to hyperextend this little gymnastics arm, ladies, but keeping soft elbows as we come down. And then also just these where you can pull down and up. Shoulder rotation. It's really good to squeeze the glutes and the guts and butts. Think of brace the floor, squeeze the floor, brace the core. Squeeze the floor, brace the core, whatever you need to use as a cue. I'll keep it really simple for Graham. Like, kids need it pretty simple, not a lot of complexity.
Right.
Otherwise they're like, okay, this is too much to think about, I'm out. You know what I mean?
My face is already getting heated.
Yeah, because it heats you up from the inside out. I get so hot when I do this. I showed him a couple of our eye hooks that we have on the patio, because you can put them on any post. So you can come in like goal posts and open. But my friend Ginger, she's awesome. You'll love her. She lives right down the street across from Marcy Park. And she came today for her first time she's ever done Pilates.
Oh, cool.
And I told her about you, and she's like, oh my God, I need that so bad, and I need a massage. So I sent her your link. She should be booking soon. And I told her, I was like, we all need to get together. Because she does coaching, life coaching, and stuff like that. And she's super, super cool. Like, I think you'll like her a lot.
So the client I sent to you, his name is Jeff.
Okay.
He is, I want to say mid to late 60s.
Okay.
Late 60s maybe. He has Parkinson's.
Okay.
But he still is pretty mobile.
Okay.
But he definitely needs improvement with
and balance.
His balance. And just, I was like, he rows, he walks, which I'm like, I'm not really sure about running. I'm not sure if you should keep doing that, but that's
it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell people who have ran their whole life or if they love to run to stop. But
I feel like
so we're gonna push down and pull in, and then we're gonna scoop it up. How's that? Feel okay?
Yep. I just needed a little less tension.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It looked good. So what I was teaching Lucas is keeping your butt over your heels, and like not letting your butt go back here. Because that's really hard on your abs to hold your butt there.
Got it.
And that was the exercise we were working on, standing and pushing the pedal down of the chair. And so I showed him this one, but I actually had him do this one this way. Because he needs the almost assist of the uplift of the strap.
Right.
Because so what happens is a lot of people don't know how to pull their abs up when they're doing flexion forward. So his homework from me was to do the rollbacks, the ones where you're holding onto the straps when you roll back. Do 10 of those in the morning and the afternoon or evening. And it will help that curl.
Right.
So right now, most people do this. They push their stomach out. They do that, and they want to. So you want to lift over the picket fence, and then you go down to your toes, and then slowly bring it back up. So the way you're doing it there is one way, but if you flip around and face that way, so one arm windmills up, you don't even have to switch your hands, or you can. It's okay if they're twisted because they'll just twist with you. Mm-hmm. And then do it this way, and you'll feel the difference. So the straps will kind of touch your shoulders and they'll go behind you. Maybe. There you go. And then once you get down here, you're going to feel it pulling you back. Stay in the big toe ball, baby toe, heels, and then tuck from your butt. Push your heels down and then round it up.
That's harder.
Yeah.
I think.
Right. So I had to have him do it that way because I think this way wasn't giving him enough support.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So this way is not as
yeah,
this is not as assisted, and that way is more assisted. It's still resistance, but it's assisted resistance, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So then when you come down, you're gonna press into it. And we can also go into a twist where one arm goes up and one arm goes up and back. Up and twist.
Well, almost lost
I
balance.
know. That's where the hamstrings and inner thighs, scooping it up. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gotta work on that one.
Yeah, but that one's a great one facing both directions, and you can add the twist.
Okay.
So that one's a really nice one because it's good for everybody. Like, how many of us are too rounded forward? Okay, well, let's turn around this way and let's work on pushing the strength that we need against the round forward.
Right.
So then when we are up, we actually have the strength in our back and our shoulders and our abs to hold us up against gravity.
Right.
Right? And then we go, okay, let's stretch. And then let's do butterfly. He did like butterfly. This is butterfly where you're doing this chest stretch, walk out, and then you bring the arm up and then you side stretch over. Mm-hmm. And then I like to push my arms apart like butterfly wings.
Oh, I like turning the head too.
Yeah, so first you got to keep your hips square and side stretch. And then open the chest. How was the show?
Oh, it was so cute.
Was it
funny.
so good?
It was really funny.
It looked funny.
At one point there was, and maybe I don't remember.
I think Heather posted a few of the.
Where he was the cow.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't
so
look at all of them.
There was a tornado, or the tornado was, blowing through Kansas.
Okay.
And so Dorothy's, her name wasn't Dorothy. It's a kind of a parody on it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the girl was in the middle and stuff was blowing around her, like tumbleweeds and then a fork. And then all of a sudden, Talon came out and he was like a inflated cow blowing around. He's like, boom. And then he comes up like the stairs and through the middle of the audience and then back out the side door. And the kids, oh my God. So
we're dying.
It ended up being Grant and three of his friends. And so then I went down and sat in front of them, and then Heather came in and then she sat with me, and Tristan sat with the boys, and they were all like, they were like dying. That's so funny.
Oh my gosh, Tristan is a kill.
And he was getting
so
into it
he
with the
is
boys, right? Because he was with the big boys, and Heather had to turn around a couple times. She's like, and Grant was like,
you just tell my mom I'll call her right back. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mama. Hey, I'm with a client. Let me call you back, okay?
That's okay. No, just, you can, yeah. I am at Bible study in an hour and a half.
Okay, I'll call you before that. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye-bye.
I'm like, Mom, I'll call you back. She's so funny. Oh my God, she's gonna be 75 this year. I'm like, Jesus.
so should I face you, or?
Nope, you're good. So did you feel, you felt the butterfly? Yep,
yeah.
Just face, the mirror. So we did some arm and shoulder work when we were on the reformer, right?
Yes.
The kneeling arms and like some of this. So you can do a lot of that same work. So elbow is in tight. Actually, let me do this color. So any sort of, I actually told him, these are stupid. They're like dumb, expensive, like $35, $40. I'm like, take a towel,
Yeah.
put some tape around it. It's your Pilates towel, and don't use it for anything else anymore but that. Whatever, take a rag, I don't care. But you wrap it and put some tape under it and put it right under your armpit, because then that way when you're pulling out, you're getting that resistance. Push the elbow in and then pull from the backside, yeah. And I just like to have my hand not gripping, because then I don't use it.
Yeah.
Stand straight, Mary.
Girl, you are strong.
This tension is lighter than yours.
Oh.
So I'm at 1. So the new straps are 1 and 2, level 1 and level 2.
Oh.
So that's a medium. So I'm actually on a lighter tension than you.
Oh.
I think, because I don't have the 2, so I can't compare them. But what they said is then you combine both the straps and you put on both the straps to make a heavy.
Ah.
So the first ones
I need
were
relax
light,
that
medium, and
muscle.
heavy. Yeah, you feel it right through your medial deltoid, right?
Mhm.
So then we can take this out and do some punches. Just watch your face. So I always tell people, if it's coming at your face, just like a karate chop.
Karate chop.
But I say if it's coming at your face, back away from your anchor point so it's not close to your eyeballs, just because. We don't need to be doing any of that. That's good arm, huh?
Really good.
It doesn't seem like that little tiny motion should make your arm burn like that. And it's really like 5 to 8, and then you're good. And then we'll swap to
I
the other
have
side.
to really pay attention to relaxing my
Your upper traps, yeah. Same. I mean, hello, you felt mine. You know how tight mine are.
Hello.
You don't really need to tell, I don't need to tell you how tight mine are. But this stuff, ribs tight in that serratus anterior and posterior,
Mhm.
will help you to pull in to the posterior delt, teres major and minor, instead of which is what
Feel that
everybody
better.
wants to do.
Yep.
Yep, so chin poke to the throat, get your head in good position. That's one thing Lucas needs to work on, chin poke to the throat.
Me too.
Because every exercise that I was having him work on today, his head would be forward. And then I keep saying, chin poke, head back. There's just a lot to think about at first. So
Yeah.
I'm trying not to overpick him, because I
Right.
don't want him to feel like nothing's right, because
Right.
there's a lot right. It's just there's a lot of things going on that I
At
could
once.
address all at once, but I can't because it's a lot. It just with all of us, right?
And
So
once some of those things start improving, then you start picking up the
other things, exactly. So once we get his head in a better position and his body to feel better structurally, where his butt and his abs are working together instead of his hip flexors doing everything, then his low back will loosen up, his hip flexors will loosen up, he'll have a little bit more rotation in his lumbar.
Right.
So I kept telling him, booty out, like he has to think about his butt out, because that's the only way he's going to get his hamstrings at the attachment to stretch, because otherwise it just rounds and goes into
Mhm.
low back tightness. So the more that we get him open, the more that will happen. Let's go ahead and squeeze this pad between our legs. We're going to step back and tricep press. Long fingers like dagger arms. Elbows will stay and we push. Elbows will stay and push. Push.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. We need strong arms in the winter. Oh,
We
good.
need strong arms all the time.
All the time. Screw that tank top bikini season. We need them year round.
My clients need them.
All right. Woo!
So yours.
Burn, baby, burn. Yeah, I need them so I can keep up with my clients year round. So we can also combo that move with like a squat and a row, or a squat and a bicep curl. I'm just in your way, so you go ahead.
Okay. And you have them next
So-
to your side or out front?
Out in front, squat heavy, like squat deep, because we're not on any
Should I
tension.
feel like I have tension?
You
I gotta
want
move
some
back.
right now.
Okay.
Squat and then stand and row. Squat and high pull row. Or squat and middle row, palms facing each other. Or squat and straight arm pull back.
Ooh, that was hard.
Yeah, squat, step in maybe, straight arm pull back. You can squat, come up, bicep curl. So it's really easy to mix up the
Yeah.
arm work, but still get 20 squats. But you get 5 of each of these 4 arm exercises or something.
Right.
And using the arms in different ways helps. Well, I mean, what I'm trying to say, speak English, Mary. God. What I'm trying to say is most of the arm exercises we're doing work our arms.
Right.
So it's not like we're doing 3 sets of 10 reps.
Right.
Or, you know, every exercise doesn't get more than 8 to 10 repetitions because, hello, our shoulders are already taxed and we haven't even done any sort of plank or core or any of that. So we're going to put these around our ankles or around our foot, whatever feels best. But I'm going to go around my ankles. I've never done these this high, so we'll see. See how it goes. We're going to go.
Should I be facing the same way as you?
Yeah. We're going to do like mountain pose.
That's funny.
Did you get checked up?
Yeah, I was just like,
Did you feel like a puppet there for a second? Geppetto.
I know. I was like,
Well, the good news is, like, you
Totally
can
pulling
get
my
through them.
muscles.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of the point. Because then
Okay.
your abs have to hold as we bring it in.
oh,
And then further out you move.
nice.
Oh, keep your head up. Further out you move. The more tension. I'm going to have to text Katie and be like, I need the next level up. This is too light. There you go. So you can go cross elbow, center. You can go Spider-Man outside the elbow,
Oh my god.
outside the
This is hard enough without these.
Right. Good. And then you could go speed. You could go like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you know, quick. Or you could stick
Okay.
it. Yeah. Yeah, that's And
Okay,
then
Mary.
Sit back. I'm all set, thank you.
I'll get there.
We're gonna push back.
Oh,
That one doesn't do tension. We have to have our head the other way, Mary. There we go. All right, let's come down. Flip these babies around. I've never done it up this high for this one. That's okay. We're still gonna get at work. I made Chris do these. I made Chris do these the other day, and he was like, "Wretched." They are. So it's gonna be like legs out and pull them in.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So it's non-weighted out here where you need the help. Now side.
Oh my god. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2. Push down. Pull in. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that was 5, 5, 5, and 5.
I think I did 4
Okay. We'll do
on
one
those
more.
last 2.
We'll do one more set through. So there's one Pilates mat exercise called leg pull back support. So it's here and here. And the hardest part is lifting your leg, but these actually make it easier because it's helping you lift your leg. Yep. Yeah, it's
I
not
can definitely have to pay attention to that because I
your
like
rotation.
shit.
Yep. So think of doing it from here where you pick up. So it doesn't have to be as high, but it has to be
As soon as you
deep.
say that, it's better.
Uh-huh. That's why it's important to have a good instructor. I mean, seriously, like, there's a difference. Like, people don't catch that cue. You're not actually using your transversus abdominis. You're using your hip flexor or your quad.
Right.
And then people wonder why they don't get more flexible or their
Stronger.
abs aren't getting flatter or
Right.
whatever. Because if you're doing Pilates well, your transverse should be getting flatter over time. Otherwise, you're protruding it. You're pushing it out like a bread loaf instead of pulling it in and under.
Got it.
So when people are pooching, like today I had to go from his feet to his knees because it's the same with Chris. They want to use their back for everything. And everything wants to arch. So by putting it at the thighs, it makes it a lot better. Well, you remember when I put it at your knees, you were like, oh, that's really hard. But the motion is so small.
Yeah.
So it's just taking you into a little bit different connection by shortening the lever, right? All right, knees.
I never thought I liked physics.
Right, I know. I didn't until I got
You
into
have to
Pilates,
use
and I was
a
like,
lot.
there's a lot of fulcrum here. There's a lot of
You're like, there's a lot of physics here.
Yep. Even here, we're pushing our butt down. We're lengthening our chest open and pulling our knees in. So we could even go
Damn.
here and lift and lift and lift and lift. It's really hard. I had a toe cramp. I had to quit. I got 2. No.
Oh,
Doesn't that remind you of like doing V-ups in gym?
oh. Okay, I got to 4.
Good job. So the cool thing is Ginger was also a gymnast. So she has like the similar funky hip thing where
Yeah.
one side's stronger than the other because your dominant leg.
Mm-hmm.
But also she still has a 2-year-old, like a baby. So she carries him and so her side's all shrunk up. I was like, you have to vary the side that you carry him on or carry him in the front. Oh, mama.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna unchoke my foot here from this sucker for a minute. So yeah, probably not super hard for you to do this leg pull back support, but most people that I have do this exercise, they do this.
Well,
Like their butt drops or they get a
I
tip.
might have dropped a little bit.
Or they get a tip. So having that leg pulled up by the strap actually makes that exercise a little bit easier.
I don't even know if I can do it.
Tummy tight. Yep. And then push your foot away. Yeah. So it's
Oh my god.
not
so
super
much
hard for
harder.
you. Push the tummy in.
So much harder.
So down leg stays pushing down, belly deep dive. Yes, there you go. But so much harder without this, right?
Oh my god.
So I invited Lucas to the Pilates app today. Oh, by the way, you're supposed to Zell me. Anyway, because I had to jump right on that
Yes,
call and
I
he was
got
walking.
Zell.
He was like, does Lee have your contact? And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll have her do it later. He's like, okay,
Okay, what do I want to make sure?
you're good. No, it's fine. He was like, I want to pay for today.
He's not connected to Zell either. I mean, he
Says he
I don't
has
even-
it, but he didn't have me
Okay.
as a contact, which is fine.
Got it.
But if we want to trade, I'm fine with that too. I don't care. We have plenty of people that in this family that need. My daughter was like,
Well,
I'm gonna go see her.
That's kind of why I was like, ooh, I feel like if we're gonna trade, we might want to keep it just one person at a time. I just don't want to lose track
Yeah.
and feel like you're missing out on something or I miss out. Like,
I never
I
agree
want
with
to
him,
keep it. I want to keep it clean, just
Yeah.
because I want to keep our relationship.
Yeah, it's fine. So
Good,
if we
and
just want to pay whatever we do,
Right.
we pay, or we work out together. Like I told Ginger, I was like, if you want to pop over and like her and I get together on a Wednesday, and you happen to have time available because she works from home too, we can all work out together, all 3 of us. We all have similar needs. Your body needs this right now, and mine needs it. And I always work out harder with other people.
Right.
So
That
if
was
we're
nice.
doing that, then it's
That was nice.
yeah, and it's I want you to grab the straps. We're gonna put them around our wrists for rowing and then rollbacks, because these are always such great exercises everyone needs. I'm not straight on my mat, but I'm gonna be straight.
I like that because I used to always, I cannot do rollbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was at Kelly's and she had the mat with the strap or whatever, I could do it. But as soon as I tried to do it by myself, I was like,
Okay, let's
it's
go
like,
through it
it's like my body just doesn't bend that way.
at that spot. So
I also
this helps.
I also have a huge
Sacral bone.
sacral
Yeah.
and coccyx bone.
Yeah.
And like
You roll
so
over
when
it.
I try and come
Yeah.
up,
It doesn't stick out though. Some people it actually sticks out like a tail.
right.
But this would be one you and Lucas could work on before you go to bed at night, because he's gonna work on doing like 10 of these, whether you have this or not. But roll straight back, push your heels away and roll straight back. Tuck your tail, pubic bone up, like the sun and the moon. One rises, one sets. My pubic bone goes up, my tailbone goes under. And then inhale. So the biggest part is these guys are helping you come forward, but you're still using your ribs to crunch. So we're gonna inhale here. Now we're gonna exhale, belly down, thighs down, and curl up, and then reach over to the toes. Feel that? So when we go back, we're pushing oppositionally through our heels. We're gonna roll pubic bone up, keep coming up to your nose. Tuck, yes, like a ratchet, Think of a roller coaster going up, up, up. It has to ratchet, ratchet. Yeah. So when you come here, we're still ratcheted. We're still pulling our pubic bone up, pressing our armpits down to get that opposition.
Oh.
You felt it, didn't you? So now you would be able to do a roll up after working on these. So like 5 in the morning, 5 at night, something like that. But then I want you to take your arms open. So lean, no, stay where you are. Lean forward like you were, but just take your arms open and then feel that stretch. And then take them to T and turn your palms up or down, whatever they aren't. And then try to touch, whether it's thumbs together or pinkies together. But that's a really good one to open after clients too. It's okay. So when you grab, so when you touch, and if you grab, try not to let them snap when you take them apart. So already be engaged when you let go. Yep. And then bring them forward towards your toes, like a butterfly stroke in the pool. And then lift them up and pull them back. Shoulders out of your ears. Plug your shoulders in and back. Yes. And then tap. And then pinky tap, thumb tap.
That is hard.
Uh-huh. But that one's going to be huge for your upper back because you have a gymnastics back, swimmer back, where it's a big, wide, strong lat back. But this gets so overdeveloped that it makes it a bit round, right? Around your upper traps.
Oh, I can't do the pinky.
Yeah, pinky's hard.
Keep practicing that.
So when you do move forward, like under your anchor point more, and it'll be less tension when you go to the pinky. It'll also be less pull. So you may have to actually like grab it and then straighten your arms out,
right.
But you're still getting that pec stretch, so it's still great.
Right.
So even if you have to bend your arms to grab and then push, whatever, it's fine. So pull from your ribs up. Yep. Now reach the pinkies behind you. Yes. Yeah. And lightly let go. Gentle. Yes, that control is important. Nice. Then you can roll back and you can twist and you can roll back and row and twist and add the legs or not add the legs. So all of them have progressions and things that you can add on.
Yeah. I like that too because the thing about having weights is you're picking up different weights. You want a different size. You know what I mean? It's like
we haven't had to change the weight once.
No.
It's so incredible. And you can do almost like a whole gym workout.
Yeah.
Like the cool part about it is that's why I love Pilates because I can stand on this reformer and I can do legs, I can lunge, I can press out, I can get my flexibility, I can also stand and work on strength.
Hey, shoot, can you still do a split?
Yeah, I can do the splits all 3 directions.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I can
That's
straddle.
Awesome.
I can straddle this
okay,
way.
You know what? That's gonna be one of my goals. Not all 3, but
Yeah.
2, both sides.
It's not good that I can though because I'm so hypermobile. Like I just don't need it. Every time I do it, my sacrum pops out, so I try not to do it a ton because I'm flexible but not strong in that flexibility. But like you can sit on this machine and row and do that whole series I just had you do with your arms in, but you need the whole machine.
Yeah.
So now if all we need is the straps,
no,
it's super attainable.
Right, and like you said, you can take it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want to get back. See, when I did the splits, this was my
ballerina.
This was my good side, where I could get down the furthest. But the problem is that I wasn't even.
Yeah. You're not. Yeah,
I
you
would
roll.
rotate my leg out.
Yeah.
This leg goes out this way, right? So you're not really straight.
So I have my ballerina.
Now I'm straight.
Let me see if I can show you this. I have my ballerina do these.
Yeah. Which is so important, especially for that,
Yep.
because the flexibility.
And then
so
these.
many ballerinas have hip.
Dysplasia?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And have
And
to have
then this.
surgery. Like
So
as
then
a
I have her
teenager.
resist, I have her resist, I have her resist, and then I have her finish, her up and around, and like her I don't know all the fancy
Me
lingo.
neither.
But she'll be like, oh, you made demi her legs like I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, that, do that. But then all I have to correct is like, okay, stand in this leg, pull it up, and then she's like, and it's like, boom, perfect.
Right.
Like she can go from like being over here
Right.
to being like up, and then it's like by her ear. I'm like, all we did was shifted you not off to the side,
Right.
but back to center,
Not
squeeze.
only is that good for your you're getting your leg up higher,
Yeah,
but it's
but
good
if
for your hips.
You
and
don't
your
jack
core.
up your hips for later on in life, or her back, because I feel like if it's not your hip, it goes to your back every time.
Yeah.
So I'm having her do like, because her parents bought her one of these, stand against the wall, you know, you'll be hands and feet above the other girls at college, because she wants to go to Indiana University. They have like 40 spots, 4D, 40.
Holy crap.
Talk about like it's competitive to get into a college.
No kidding.
This one college takes 40 slots. That's it. Indiana University, their dance program is like the top of the top, apparently. And that's the only college she wants to go to.
Oh, jeez.
She went to a camp there this summer.
That's
And
hard
she-
to put all your eggs in one basket.
Well, she has other ones, but that's the one she wants.
That's the one
Yeah.
she wants, but she at least has some other
Mhm.
options. She's
Her
just not
mom
going to be
and-
happy with it.
Yes. Her mom and dad have made her have other options. But I don't know, she could get it. She's gotten so much better in
That's
just like
awesome.
the 6 months we've been working together. She's fabulous. Like she works so freaking hard. I forgot this is still going.